Hello, everyone. I'm Donald West. I'm the grandson of Harry West and the son of Harry West Jr. And I want to thank everybody for coming today to my grandfather's memorial. He was a wonderful man, um, and or he is a wonderful man. Anyways, I couldn't be there today, and so I'm making this video instead. I'm pretty far away. I'm in Taiwan, so it's a little bit difficult to get there in the time. Anyways, so I just want to say a few things about my grandfather, and it's really difficult to do because he's been such a big part of my life that in a few minutes it's really difficult to tell you how important he has been in my life and all the things that we've done. So, but I'm gonna try. So, when I was younger, I mean, he was really actively engaged when I, you know, for a long time. And I remember spending most of my summers up with him at his house, and that was great. You know, one of the things I remember is when I was really young, was I would wait at his table, at the kitchen table, waiting for him to come home from work when he worked at the factory, the power plant. And I was really, really excited, always really excited to see him come home. He would walk in the door, get open a can of sardines and pop open a beer, and then I would proceed to try to trick him into giving me a sip of beer. And I was pretty successful sometimes. But I really, really love that. It's one of the greatest memories of when, my younger years. And as I was getting older, I mean, also just had some great experiences too. I mean, when you moved up into the back mountain area, it was great to spend the summers up there in the countryside. Um, he taught me a lot of interesting things, and actually him and I are a lot alike, even though I live in the city now. Um, I share a lot of the same things that he really likes. You know, for example, travel. When I was a kid, he hauled us in his station wagon and pulled the camper behind, took us all over the place. I was pretty young to remember a lot of that, but I do remember some, and it was a wonderful time. And that's one of the things he likes. He likes travel. He likes to see things, and I'm the same. I've traveled everywhere, around the U.S. and here I am in Taiwan, and I've been to Europe and all over a lot of places. My dad was like that too. Um, Another thing is that he really values education. I remember he always used to say, you know, you get your education. It's one thing that they can't take away from you. And I believe that now. And now I'm 40, about to be 43, and then getting my master's now. But at least I got my undergraduate. But I always wondered who they were. Anyways, but my dad, was highly educated, and I think he was really proud of that. And I hope, I wish he was, alive a little bit longer for maybe to see me get my higher education too. Anyways, um, and the third thing that another thing that he really, that's really who he is and who I am is the love of being outdoors. I mean, it's that's what he likes to be. He likes building that trail was really important for him, and just being out in the forest away from the city. I mean, I'm the same. Really. I mean, even though I live in the city, every weekend I'm out in the woods, hiking around, swimming. So, I don't know if I would be the same person today if it wasn't for him. And also, he taught me, the value of like, hard work and doing it yourself, right? And some of the work he had me do in the summer, I didn't particularly enjoy, but I did it anyways because he's my grandfather. Sometimes I'd push back a little bit. But some of the things were also fun as well, like getting on his tractor, and going up into the woods and using power tools. Who doesn't like to use power tools? You know, the chainsaw, taking down trees. That was great. You know, and I'm really fortunate to have a person like that in my life because you know not everybody. I thought everybody would have a pop like that. Everybody's grandfather does that kind of thing, but it's actually not true. Right? And so he's just. It was just wonderful to have him. You know, to have that for him to have for me to have that experience with him. Some of the work that we did was a little bit crazy. like I remember he was keeping bees for a while, and you know, how many people get to do that? You know, dress up in a white suit and get covered by bees. You know, I did it, and I can tell that story. But it was great, and I like the honey too. That big garden was great. You know. Anyways, just being up there with him. I mean, so I'm finding it very difficult to. Yeah, I'm finding it very difficult to. You know, now that he's gone, he's always been a place where I'd like to go. You know, and another thing that was really important is that, you know, in the summers and winters that I was up there, he also um, um, brought my cousin Scott and I together, which is really important. Um, we did a lot of those same things together, fishing, shooting guns. I remember that he has that muzzle loader, you know, that crazy thing, all the smoke and fire. That was great. It was fun. Yeah, who gets to do that? And snowmobiling in the winters. You know, I remember Scott and I used to do that. He was on the. I was a little bit older, so he was on the back, and I remember I almost thought I killed him when we went over it. Jump. We were a little bit reckless, but he was okay. He fell in the snow. But it was important that you know Scott and I spent time together with our grandfather because you know he really it really helped us you know become friends and you know, feel like you know we're brothers in a way. Which I don't have a brother, but Scott is kind of my brother. Anyways, now that he's gone, you know, I'm finding it, you know, again, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to process that, and um, because you know, I always want, he's the one person, one of the persons that you know I like to go visit, and just hang around, be out in the woods, and be in his presence, and you know, just chat with him. He's really funny, you know, and like to tell him about what's going on in my life. The one thing I'm very grateful for before he did pass away is that he got to meet my wonderful wife May, and she, you know, we spent last summer a couple days, you know, and I was just really fortunate to show her that about this what it was like for that you know big chunk of my life, really really important big chunk of my life. And anyways, I'm glad that she got to see that. She got to see a bear too. So that was like the essence of the nature experience that I experienced, you know, and a little furry animal. She got to see that, and she liked that. So, anyways, um, now I know he's 92 years old, and I think I'm very very sad that he's gone now, and I kind of had hoped that he would, you know, be around for a couple more years, see me get a master's, and have my wife come back out and visit for a bit. You know, just call him up, chat with him. I'm gonna really miss that. Finding that particularly difficult to deal with, but I know it's gonna happen, you know, someday. I just, I know, I just want to thank him for everything he's done for me. He's done a lot. And you know, words really can't describe how thankful I am for him being a big part of my So, Pop, thank you for everything you did. And just know that I love you and that I know you're in a good place. And say hello to my dad and grandmother. And that I'm going to try to do well in my life. I'm going to try to make a good life for myself. And I'm going to do my best. Anyways, I miss you. And I love you, Pop. You're the best. Anyways, I think it's very difficult to talk. So, I just want to thank everybody again for coming to his memorial service. Again, I wish I could be there, but yeah, I told you the reason earlier. And I want to say hello to Scott and to Debbie and to Nancy and Gary and to Bob, Uncle Bob, and Maureen, and to all of Scott's children and his wife and Bonnie, she's there, and everybody else. So, wish I could be there with you all. Anyways, goodbye, and I'll be up there again sometime soon. Bye.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I hope I have enough wind.
You got enough wind.
You already have asthma or something.
Alright, very good. Okay, happy birthday, Pop. 88 years old, lucky year.
Happy belated, right?